Hello. Today we're going to be talking about testing metal. A lot of people are starting to invest in metal, or stacking is what a lot of the community talks about. So we're going to look at testing bare coins out of the sleeve. We're going to talk about testing gold and silver in the sleeve, how to test them in various ways, using a caliper, using a magnet, using a metalytics tester. One thing I would never use is acidic test unless it's a really old coin. And you wouldn't use it on anything that you want to keep BU or if it's approved. You wouldn't want to do that. So let's get started. So you can see here we have some coins. We have a weight scale. We have a caliper. We'll look at that in a minute. We have a magnet. And of course we have the metalytics metals tester as well. So that being said, most people are going to test a coin. They're going to put it on a magnet. Now this is an earth magnet, so it would pick up probably 15 or 20 pounds. If you have any ferrous material in a coin, then it's going to be attracted to the magnetism in the magnet. So your coin should slide off, right? It should go fairly easy. Here's a piece of platinum, and here is a 10th ounce gold piece. So that being said, we know it's good with the magnet, but does that really mean that it's good? So there's other ways to test it. My main ways of testing it is to pull out the caliper, pull out the weight scale. This is almost foolproof right here. And at this point, you want to have your red book, your coin collecting book, or you want to go to the US Mint website and get the dimensions of the coin, the weight of the coin, etc. Okay, so we went to the US Mint webpage, which is usmint.gov. And when we get there, we're just going to come over here to the left-hand side. We'll see coins. We're going to come down to American silver coins, and we're going to tab it. Once we do that, we're going to roll down. We're going to pick one of the coins, and we're going to scroll down again. As we scroll down now, we can see in the description or what they're selling, it shows view the description and specifications. So when we open that up, it gives us an option of description or specs. We're going to go to specs. And when we go to specs, we can see it's telling us it's 99.9 fine silver. It's weighing 1 troy ounce or 31.1 grams. So we've got the weight right there. And then it gives us the diameter. So now we can use our caliper and our weight scale to determine if the coin that we're testing is good. Now, that being said, when you're weighing it out and you're looking for 31.1, it is not abnormal to be 1 percentage point or 1% low or high. Normally it's going to be high. And older coins that have had some wear would actually have more loss than that. So you're looking for the 31.1 grams within 1%, and you'll be in good shape. Okay, so we're going to weigh this coin. We can see we have our weight scale out. I've got it set to grams because we said the coin should be 31.1 grams. That's 1 troy ounce. We've got to tear this or zero it out, so we're going to do that now. Oops. Very sensitive scales. Always use decent scales. This weight scale was relatively inexpensive. I used it a lot at the flea market. Find a lot of great deals there. So anyway, that being said, we're looking for 31.1 ounces. Whoa, there's 31.4. So we can be within 1%. So that's good. So I think 31.4 grams is a really good measurement. So what we'll do is we'll check the math. Okay, so let's check the math on that 31.4 grams. Are we in 1% tolerance? Sorry about that 0, 1 or on and off digital pulse, y'all. That's just the way it is right now. So if we take 31.1 and we multiply that by 1.01, let's see. And we should get about 31.411. So that's 1%. So we are within tolerance at 31.4. So that's less than 1%, and it probably has to do with the values or the tolerance in the weight scale itself. So to me, the weight looks good, so I'm moving forward on this. So now we're going to measure the diameter of this coin, and we're going to measure the thickness. So when we measure the diameter, of course, we should have 40.60. So we're going to give it our best shot, 40.59. So we're good with that. And now, when you measure the thickness of the coin, you can see the rim is higher on the edge of the coin than it is on the obverse or the reverse. So we've got to capture that. That's the thickness of the coin we're looking for. It should be 2.98 millimeters. Now this is a little tricky. Most people are going to say use the small part of your caliper. What I like to do is just hold it on one side, this side preferably, so you move this coin even the tiniest bit, you're going to get the wrong reading. So we're going to set it on the edge, and we got 2.97, so we're good to go there. That being said, we've weighed it. We've shown that it was within 1% of the weight. We've measured the diameter, and we've measured the thickness. Now, let's move on to the Sigma Metalytics tester, and there's a reason why we're going to use that. One more thing that I want to mention, just a simple visual of a lot of coins will tell you if there's an issue. I was in Colorado Springs about 3 years ago, and I went in this consignment shop, and there was a coin dealer in there. You know, they had their cases set up and everything, and I asked to look at a couple of coins, and some of them were counterfeit. And how did I know that? Well, the way I knew his were counterfeit, we can see when we look at the eagle. So if you've got a 2018 eagle here, if this is the one we just tested, if we roll it over while Liberty is up, the eagle should be down. So when we turn Liberty down, when she goes to her head downward, the eagle should be up. So when I was looking at the guy's coins in Colorado Springs, while Liberty was up, you could spin the coin around and the eagle would be up, the eagle in the shield. So right there, there's a telltale sign. I could feel a little bit difference in the weight when I picked it up, when the gentleman handed it to me. And I pointed it out to the shop owner, the consignment shop owner. I said, dude, this right here, the Treasury will come down on you like a ton of bricks, because it is illegal to own any counterfeit coins or currency. If it's counterfeit and it's caught in your possession, if you're making YouTube videos with it or whatever, and the Treasury really wants to be, prickly prickosauruses or whatever, they can come for you. So always just look at your coins. Make sure that your reverse looks good. And you can see she looks really nice for 2018. I don't care about handling it. If I'm handling numismatics coins, I will wear gloves if I'm going to get them graded. That being said, you can see our 13 stars. And there's our eagle with a shield. But you just keep stuff like that in mind. And let's move on to the Sigma Metalytics tester. So now let's talk about the Sigma Metalytics. So why would you use this? I'm a coin collector, right? It's an expensive hobby. A lot of you already know that. All of you, if you're stacking or collecting, you know it's an expensive hobby. And sometimes you're not going to be able to do a ping test. You're not going to be able to measure the coin because it's going to be in a sleeve, just like this reverse proof. Or it might be in a sleeve like this MS-70. Or this coin right here. It doesn't really matter. But it's in a sleeve. You could run down the weight of the sleeve and throw that in and try to figure it out, but you're still not going to measure it. You're not going to get the depth. You're not going to get the diameter. You're not going to get anything like that. So that's where this machine comes in. I've had it for years, and I like it. We've been to a lot of coin shows in many, many states. And so let's look at it right here. So we can cut it on. And when we cut it on, it's going to ask us, we're going to need to hit the run calibrate. And once we do that, now we can pick what metal we want to use. So pure gold, 0.999, 91.7, 90%. gold American Eagle. So if you were testing a gold American Eagle, and I guess I should have got a hold of one, I could throw it up there and show you this. Honey, can you go get a gold Eagle for me? They're up in the chest of drawers on the right-hand side. Anyway, so once we get that coin, let's say it's in a sleeve, which we're going to look at that in just a minute. We're just going to throw a golden eagle up there, or a gold American Eagle, because that's what it's been calibrated. And once we hit run calibrate, it's going to tell us to, hey, place that sample on this tester. So we're just going to throw it up there, and you know it's working, or you know it's a good coin if our mark falls within these brackets right here. So we can see that. Boom. Now it's gone. So let's continue on. There's our Krugerrand 98, or Britannia. So I'm going to go back again. It should be 9 pure gold, right? Shouldn't that be a Buffalo? Oops, I didn't hit run calibrate. Let's knock it out. Let's get that sample up there where it should be. And now I have tested that coin. This machine is telling me that the coin in that sleeve is good. I don't have to go any further. So I know it's good. If you order one off eBay, which I would not recommend, you can use AppMex, you can use SD Bullion. I've used them both. They're good coin dealers. They're honest. You've got Miles Franklin. So they're all good folks. Now, if you don't want to check gold, let's say you've got an eagle. So we can just use our buttons here, and we can just change it. We can go to silver. Now we're at 99. And so let's walk through it and see what we got. 99.9. There's sterling. So we're going to go back. And on our coins, what's it show us? Should be 99.99, right? Is that what this says? 1 ounce. Fine. So let's just drop it on here and see. Oops. Always calibrate it. Only take these to coin shows, or if I'm at a flea market. So we're in the brackets, it's saying it's good. We can measure it visually over here on the scale. That's what that's for. So anyway, that's how you test your coins. I would recommend to use, if you're doing a lot of collecting, get you a Sigma Metalytics. Make sure that you have a good caliper. Make sure, let's reach over here, that you have a good scale. And of course, that will keep you from falling prey to some mischief or some irreputable coin dealer. So thanks for watching. If you like it, subscribe. We're going to be doing a lot more videos. We're called Hodgepodge for a reason. It's going to cover a lot of subjects. Thanks again. Have a great day. I hope this helped.